My last video was about how to record the classic 1970s dead and punchy drum sounds. And in that video, I recorded the signal simultaneously to tape and to Pro Tools. So two of the comments I received the most were, what did I do to mix the drums? And then also, let's hear a comparison. So let's hear the digital signal versus the tape signal. So I'm going to break this into two videos. This first video is going to be the comparison video. So we're going to hear the unprocessed Pro Tools digital signal and the unprocessed tape signal. And I'm just going to A/B the two so you can hear the difference of those raw sounds. For anyone just tuning in, the tape machine that I used was an Otari MX-5050, and my converters are Avid HDIO, as well as the old Digi 192s. I'll link that video in the description so you can check out the setup that I used as far as microphones and preamps goes. All right, so I've got these two audio files. There's the tape unprocessed and the Pro Tools unprocessed. So basically, both are just the raw signal. So the tape is just what it sounded like with the mics hitting tape and going into Pro Tools. And the Pro Tools unprocessed is just straight off of the preamps into the converters. Like I said, I'm using the Avid HDIO that's what was being used for the Pro Tools unprocessed signal. And then for the tape signal, I was using my old Digi 192s. It's just the way I have it set up here that I have a lot of channels, so I reserve the 192s for the tape input. Okay, so I'm just going to put this into loop record, and we're just going to cycle back and forth and hear what it sounds like. We will start with the Pro Tools signal. I'll let it play a couple times, and then I'll switch back and forth. Okay, so obviously they both sound fine. You know, they're unprocessed, so you can hear some of the imperfections. You know, there's like some extra ringing, or the balance is what it is. I just did this as a way to let you hear the raw signal. What my ears hear is, so I hear the tape compression, and it just sounds kind of classic. You know, there is some noise, there's some hiss, but I think that's just part of it. Now, when I mix it, I do pull out some of the noise just because I like to make sample packs and stuff, and some people don't love the sound of a hiss. So I do some denoising and stuff like that to get rid of it. But I still like the sound of it. I like the character, and I also just like the process. In conclusion, I just feel obviously there's a sonic difference, and whether one thing's better or not, I don't know. I don't think that's really what it's about. I think it's just more about what inspires you. And for me, I get pretty inspired working with analog tape. Even if I don't end up using it, there's something about the process for me where I'm just really thoughtfully setting up and patching, and I'm taking my time, and I'm really thinking about what sound it is that I want. And I think with recording to tape, there's just a little bit more care that has to go into it because it's cumbersome and clunky, and there's a lot to it, right? I think we digitally, when we record, we just kind of throw things at the wall, and And that's great too. It's convenient, but yeah, that's why I like to do both. And hopefully you got to hear the difference there. So definitely stay tuned for more videos about this. And I really appreciate everybody watching and subscribing. And there's plenty more to come.